welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to give you a brief description of what Git is. Git is a free and open source version control system. It is also a distributed version control system. By free, I mean it's absolutely free to use. You don't need to pay. And by open source, I mean it is free for other developers or programmers to contribute to the software and improve on it. What is a version control? A version control basically is a system that records changes to the file or a set of files over a period of time. It also allows you to recall specific versions of the file, so it allows you to revert back to changes. Git is also a distributed version control. By distributed, it means it is decentralized, so it allows multiple developers to work on the same file from different systems, so they don't need to be on the same network. Some version control systems allows you to be on the same network, but with Git is distributed, so you have multiple developers from different places working on the same file. Git also does not rely on a framework or a particular type of programming language. All it is a system that stores files, so it doesn't care what framework you're using or what programming language you are using. Git was developed in 2005 by Linus Torvalds. This is the same guy who also developed the Linux operating system. Git is designed to handle both small and large projects with efficiency. Git is primarily used by programmers and developers to keep track of code changes and also to coordinate work between multiple developers. So it allows multiple developers to work on the same project. Git is run through the command line if you're on a Windows-based machine, or the terminal if you are using a Mac. Git keeps the records of the changes you make to files in what is called a repository. When you create a project using Git, it's called a repository. So basically a repository is where the files are kept. It is also where it keeps track of any changes made. Repositories can be local to your machine or they can be remote. You can also revert back the changes you make to your repositories at any time. Git also allows you to keep track of who made changes, so it keeps a permanent record of who made what changes and when they made the change. Git lets you take a snapshot of your files at several intervals that you will set. So you set the intervals and you also set what files you want it to take a snapshot of. It also allows you to view the snapshots. When working with Git, you don't need an internet connection for a local repository. However, you do need an internet connection if you want to push the local repository to a remote machine somewhere else. So you need internet connection for that. A typical example of a remote repository will be GitHub. So if you want to upload your files or repositories to GitHub, you need an internet connection to do that. So this concludes the introduction to Git. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.